About 2 years ago, my Mini Cooper S was totaled, and ever since then I've been looking for a new daily driver. So when this 2011 WRX popped up, I couldn't pass up the deal. We picked it up for $4,500. This was the perfect opportunity to buy something cheap and have something to work on. It is a running and driving car, but it is not without its flaws. The bodywork is rough, the clutch is shot, it's leaking oil and gear fluid, the front bumper is just all messed up, and that's just to name a few things. But it's nothing we aren't scared to tackle, so let's get right to it. The car didn't come with the same rims on the front and back. The fronts are just the stockers. The tires were pretty much bald, so these tires are shot anyway. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to get the front and back matching. I really did want to just get the stock wheels, but when I went to go look for the stockers, these were kind of already trashed anyway. They're all, they're curb rash. The tires have chunk missing out of them. The brake dust is baked into the finish of the wheel. I tried cleaning them up, but they're just roached. So I kind of stopped looking at stock wheels because then I would have needed 4 plus tires. Plus I was looking for stock wheels. The only ones that I found that were 2 at the time were either always had bald tires, or people want just ridiculous amounts of money for stock wheels. So then I started looking at the back wheels, which they're Motegi M118, I believe. And luckily, I actually found a whole set of the back Motegis for I believe $450 with tires. So we're gonna throw these on. Like I said, I got all 4 for $450 with brand new tires, and got a really good deal on them. And they were obviously the cheapest thing that I could find. Made the most sense. Had tires. You don't understand how many people sell rims with bald tires, thinking that you're getting a deal because they have tires on them, when in reality, you need to pay for a dismount, you need to pay for a mount, and then you need to find tires. So it's like, really, you should be having a discount because you're giving somebody crappy tires. But anyway, so I found these, which I thought was a great score. The tires are in really good shape, and to help them sit right, we're going to put a little spacer on the front, and that way we can kind of get the wheel and tire to be as flush with the fender as we can, get a really nice stance going. So let's throw these on. One thing that has been bugging me like crazy since I got the car is this. The scoop was missing when we picked it up, and yeah, it's been driving me absolutely crazy. Missing body pieces. I mean, you could have a GTR, a Porsche, anything. If you're missing body pieces, the car's still gonna look ratty. So I got the replacement piece for $42 offline, and it has the grill already inside of it. And I read that you don't need the clips because these sit in here the way that they're kind of like aftermarket but still stock. So hopefully this will pop right in, no problem. Wait. Okay. Was. So as we were doing this tire in the back, I wanted to swap the new rim on, which actually these were the ones that inspired me to get a new set of the same Motegi MR118s. These are pretty crusty. They got rust all around them, and I wanted to get this out of here, get the new one on. But as I was doing that, I actually ran into an issue where I'll show some pictures, I'll throw some shots in there, but basically the body of the lug nut, of the locking lug nuts that they're pretty, you know, common. It actually snapped, and I was basically stuck with it all the way back down in there because these holes are very tight. So I had to end up basically like getting my extractor set and trying to like shave some of the material away, because it was actually, I believe it's aluminum anyway, so it was too soft, where it's a soft metal, the lug nuts. It was too soft for the extractor to actually bite into and get it off. So basically I just kind of started like shaving it down to where I could get a lot of that old lug nut away. The good news is that I was getting rid of these wheels anyway, so they were pretty much trash to me. I mean, I would have liked to keep them, but it wasn't a big deal. So I just kind of started actually just drill bitting around the actual stud, and I didn't want to try to damage the stud. If I could save it, great, which I actually ended up being able to do. And long story short, I was able to just kind of drill around there, get a lot of that lug nut off of there, and ended up being able to pull the wheel off. Luckily it was only just one. The other side's fine too, but good news is we're not using this anyway, so we can get rid of this. And we have our same style wheel ready to go on. So I got the spacer on, but we can throw this on right now. Okay. The other thing that's been driving me crazy is obviously the crack in the bumper right here, and this missing piece. So I am kind of going to, for now, just kind of utilize what it goes in here. So I actually got the license plate holder that I can actually screw into there and mount the license plate and kind of block this up and kind of like draw your eyes away from it so it doesn't stick out as bad until I get around to actually deciding if I want to get a new bumper, if I want to try to repair this. We'll see. But for now, I do need to get a license plate because of the state I'm in, and I do want to, instead of finding this piece, put the license plate here, and then in the front just get like the, you know, something to cover up the holes there. The next thing we wanted to do is upgrade these old, dated taillights. So we went with a more modern LED style glow for only about $100. To continue the project, we needed more parts, and with part outs becoming very common, I was able to strike gold, being this car was the same exact color as mine. So I jumped in the car and drove an hour and a half to grab the parts. I was able to grab everything I needed for only $700, and needless to say, the car was packed for the ride home. Some of the goodies that are packed into the Subster. So, got the roof rack, $100 value. Got the exhaust. The bumper is right there. And the trunk, hiding right there. Oh, here's the perfect gas door. Got the visors, hardware, and 3 Rally Armor mud flaps. So I might have different color ones. They just didn't have 4 of them, so I got 3 of them. What else? The brackets for the visor, which are awesome. There's the perfect trunk. I think it's freaking mint. Yep. So I can't wait to start putting some of this stuff on. I'm gonna wait till I swap the bumper to put these on, because these jacks, it's gonna go behind the bumper. But what I can do is I'm gonna hold them here so I can get my drilling templates, and then they slide behind. They slide behind there like that, and then you put the push pin through, and then that's what holds it on. So I'm gonna wait till I swap the new bumper on, so then I don't have to drill these out twice. Alright, the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to take care of this bumper. So we picked up this one for about $200, and it's in amazing shape. So we're going to be able to kind of get rid of, you know, some of the rub marks. Right here, got a huge crack in it, and then over here, there's like a spot where it's like kind of got beat up a little bit. So for $200, I'll be able to not have to worry about, you know, trying to touch this up, get rid of this crack. There's a lot of crap in the paint too. This one's just a lot cleaner. The paint's in just way better shape. So yeah, let's get this one off and get this one back on. The next piece that I got was this perfect trunk that I was able to find. Originally, this is what I went to go get all the parts for, was for this trunk. It's in perfect condition. The trunk that's on there now has a little bit of rust, and so we were able to find this one. It has the painted piece. The emblem is swapped, and it has this is deleted, so get that on. Another thing we're actually going to take care of is the gas door. She's got a nice little dent in it, and she's pretty beat up. The piece in here, the hinge is broken, so it flaps around. So I actually picked up a new one from another. This is another part of the parts we got. Barely, maybe a tiny bit of rust on that piece. That's just regular metal that's not painted, but way better condition. And even comes with this piece because mine's broken, so I get a whole new setup, and just way better condition. So it's another little upgrade. Get rid of a dent, get rid of a lot of this rust, and yeah, it's only 2 bolts, and we'll swap that out. And we're done. Okay. Another thing that I decided to get that isn't will be an upgrade to me is going to be this little roof rack. I do like going snowboarding and stuff, and if I have to throw something on top, I can. Just makes the car a little bit more versatile, and if I get in a bind, if it's a daily driver, I can have more room to carry stuff that might not fit in the trunk. So we just picked this up. It's a nice bolt-in. I get to utilize these factory pieces right here, and so this thing is like perfect for this. So let's just throw it on. So another thing we're going to do to kind of help modernize the car and kind of get it back into the 2020s is we're going to upgrade the stock halogens to LEDs. So you're going to get rid of this, and I have this LED kit that I've actually had laying around from my old Subaru as well. So it comes with your little driver, and it's sitting around, so I'm just going to throw it in there. To maximize clarity, I needed to address these foggy headlights. So I purchased this 3M headlight store for around $26. And the results speak for themselves. The last thing to do was to wash it before really seeing the final result.